What's going on, guys? I'm Chef Diego. I'm here today at Miso Japanese Tapas. We're gonna meet up with our friends over here at Thuan. Let's Wok N Roll, guys. All right, what's up, Chef? So tell us a little bit what you got going on over here, brother.
So here you got a Blue Fin Tuna. This one obviously from Mexico. I usually like to get the Japanese one, but right now, you know, weather condition and all that. So we got this one from Mexico, which is very, very nice. As you can see, the fatty on it. It's pinkish. All this is probably the best part. You got the bloodline, which I'm gonna clean right now with the help of Diego here, since, you know, ex-sushi chef over there.
Not as good as you, brother. Not as good as you, man. So you do, when you buy the tuna, you do look at seasonality, and then you kind of pick around the regions, right?
You look at the season, you look at where it's coming from, like, you know, especially anywhere from the cold is always the best. And, you know, the fish tastes a lot fresher and everything. So let's break this bad boy down.
Yeah, man. Let's go. So tell us a little bit about, like, miso and the concept that you got going on, brother.
So miso, basically we created is Japanese tapas. Everything here is a small plate wise. You know, when I go out to eat, I like to just, you know, eat a bunch of little plates and not like have a big entree or anything like that. So it's more versatility, like you can try different things, you know, instead of going somewhere and getting a soup salad and then you get your entree. But versus here, you get to try everything. And it's also good, it's like, it's a family style. So where people engage, talk to each other and talk about the food. Versus you go somewhere, you're just eating one, everybody's eating a different entree, nobody really gets to try something new. So I think when having dinner food-wise is that it brings people together, you know? So my chef Jay and I, say what's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
Created this menu, you know, and stuff like, you know, we use regions where we're from, kind of influencing into it. Well, I'm from Vietnam, Jay's from the Philippines, and we have another chef, Erica's from Korea. So we like to influence a little bit of our flavors and what we grew up eating into the Japanese world. And yeah, let's go from there.
So you would say like kind of like a izakaya style, but this is a family style izakaya then?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very cool, very cool.
You see where like the tuna is? This is the money shot right here. This is where the toro, to get the belly of it. And you know, this top part is also amazing and everything, but you know, bloodline's there. We always trim it off. But in Japan, they actually take that bloodline and they make a dish out of it.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Braise it up.
So braise it up. We like to use every single part of the fish we can. You know, even the skin, stuff like that. So
don't waste anything, right?
Don't waste anything, you know. Coming from a third world country, we don't put anything to waste. We use every single piece of the fish or chicken or whatever it is that we're using.
Very nice. Yeah, man, we don't waste food. That's you know, one of the keys as owning a restaurant, right? You try to use as much as you can from every single piece of product that you receive, correct?
Yeah, and then also it's like educating people why this piece is edible, why this is edible. Like people usually take the skin, toss it out. No, you can clean it up, fry it. It comes like a little bit like potato chips almost, you know?
Some little chicharrones.
Chicharrones, but with tuna.
With tuna.
So what'd you call that? Fisharones?
Fisharones. Oh, shit. That's nice. That's nice.
So, but yeah. So we're going to break this down, wrap it up, clean it, and get ready to serve it for dinner tonight.
All right. So yeah, Chef, tell us a little bit of your culinary journey, bro.
So I did not know that I wanted to become a chef, you know. Who knew where I was going to be at? I've, you know, always wanted to become a firefighter, but growing up in California, and I moved out here to Florida. My uncle had a sushi restaurant, and he's like, "Oh, come give it a try and see what you think." So gave it a try and kind of just fell in love with that. Did it for like 2 years, learned under my uncle for a little bit, and basically I was like, all right, let me just go ahead and try something different. So went back to school to become a firefighter, and was not very happy with it. I miss, you know, cooking, doing my stuff here. And so basically I was like, in eagers, I was like, all right, do I go to culinary school or learn from somebody? So I said, you know what, probably hands-on learning from another chef is probably the best way. So just went and applied for jobs everywhere. And then took me about 2 good years to finally found a Japanese chef that would said, hey, I see how hard you work and how much you enjoy this. So I'm willing to teach you.
Okay. So one of the good advices for upcoming chef, find yourself a mentor.
Yes, definitely find yourself a mentor that can help you, that will teach you. I think, you know, culinary school, then afterwards you can probably go to culinary school and learn other stuff. But other than that, you know, finding somebody that's willing to teach you and take the time to show you is probably the best way. No. You know, I mean, that's how I like to learn, hands-on with somebody. And, you know, instead of sitting there trying to read a book or whatever, but I think that's probably the best way to do something.
Go hands-on, right?
Hands-on,
Gotta put in the work.
Gotta put in the work,
right?
You know, sweat and tears and, you know, things that like, you know, there's times where like I wanted to just quit because this guy had me cutting cases and cases of scallions. He said my knife skill sucked. I was like, what do you mean? You know, he's like, look at your scallions. The Japanese, they don't use a lot of machines. Everything's done by hand.
Yep.
So I was cutting scallions for a good maybe 6 to 8 months. And the restaurant we were working at was just cases every day. And I just came in, sat in the corner, was just cutting scallions.
Yeah.
And he'd come in by and look at it and goes, nope, not good. Throw it away. Redo it again. And I was like, what?
I feel you on that.
I was like, this asshole. But now that where I'm at in life and everything is like, wow, what this guy taught me and everything is understanding that, you know what, he was not being an asshole. He actually cared. And now that I understand it, I'm like, wow, I really thank this guy. So at least once every other month, I shoot him a text. Hey man, thank you. Show him some of the dishes I do and just, you know, thanking him for teaching me, you know?
Exactly.
And it's hard to find somebody that's willing to take you in these days, you know?
Right.
So,
because those are some of those challenges you have, right? Like as an upcoming chef, some people, do you think that type of style, like how you were brought up in the kitchen, is that something that can fly right now in new generation? I
think it can. It just depends on the person, how bad they want to learn, how bad they really want to take it. They want to take it to another level or not, you know? So it just depends on the individual, you know? I think being a chef and everything, it's great, but the hours suck, but I love what I do. I don't wake up every morning and be like, fuck, I gotta go back, gotta go to work. Nope. Right. I wake up, I'm looking forward to what I'm gonna do, you know? Right. So owning a restaurant definitely is a passion project, right? Yes, it's a passion project. I think that's probably a chef's, you know, goal at the end of the day is to start, and then once they learn everything they can, it's like, hey, have their own restaurant and take all the stuff that you learn, now make it your style. Make it the way you want it, and then kind of introduce it to people and teach people how, like, hey, this is the right way to eat it, or this is not the right way to eat it, but who depends on the person, you know, like I said, you know? Right. But also like just educating people. You know, coming here is like everybody just knows about tuna and salmon is very popular, but we import a lot of fishes from Japan, and like people are like, oh, I've never heard of that fish, but hey, give it a whirl, try it, and you know, see what you think. So open mind, open people to that. You know, open people to do other things. For a good example, fish sauce. No one ever used fish sauce back in the day. Yeah. Now it's like everybody knows how to use it. Like learn how to use it. Everybody's talking about umami, fish sauce. That's what it is. It's found in a lot of different, even in dessert, man. Yeah, so we try to incorporate a lot of that into this, you know. So, but yeah, I love what I do, and I wake up every morning, you know, thank God that I have a roof over my head and a business to run, and love it out here, you know. Yeah, man. Thank you for sharing that, man. No worries. Keep rock and rolling, brother. Yeah, keep rock and rolling. That's how it is. Keep rock and rolling with us. Yeah. So. Chef, you talked a lot about, you know, long hours and, you know, being here and putting the passion into your work, but how do you put that into your work-life balance? So yeah, so that's something that, you know, like being in the restaurant, you know, you don't know what day to day brings you, especially after the pandemic. Now things have changed a little bit. You don't know what days are busy, but obviously the weekends are always busy, but always trying to find a balanced time for yourself too. Because you can't just keep working, but you gotta have that balance where, hey, you gotta have a day off or take time to yourself. So what I do is I take time to myself. I go to the gym. I like to go to the gym, work out, and releases my stress a little bit, you know? Releases the stress a little bit, and I come back in here like a brand new person, ready to go. Okay. So I always try to find the time to just, you know, give myself a little bit of time, even if it's an hour, 2 hours out of the day, that I can just step away and just be myself.
Be yourself for a little bit.
And be myself for a little bit, and not worries, not thinking about the business or thinking about the restaurant or anything that. Then that's how I try to balance it, you know.
That's how you can do a little good reset, so that when you come back, you can focus on the fish and you can focus on all the dishes and
I mean, right
make
now,
a mean dish, right?
I don't have kids or anything, so you know it's a little bit easier. But you know, you're a newly dad over here. How's that going for you? Yeah, give me some advice down the road. You know, I'll be calling you. Hey, help me out here. If I don't know what to do, you're like, okay.
Just be ready to change a lot of diapers, man. That's all that I can tell you, brother. Change a lot of diapers. All right.
Master
Thank you,
Chef
Chef.
there.
Thank
Let
you,
me
Chef.
know what you think.
All right.
That's Shiso Good.
All right. Yeah, man. Tell us about your roll, man. The sushi roll.
So that roll is one of my favorite rolls. It's called a Shiso Good. So basically it's wrapped in soy paper. We do avocado, mango, and shiso. Shiso, if you don't know what that is Oba. Another word is a Japanese mint. Gives it a nice refreshing flavor. Top it off with Japanese yellowtail on top, with a little bit of our in-house sauce, a wasabi aioli, and Japanese vinaigrette. Get oil.
Delicious, delicious. So yeah, man, shiso is a very used, dish. People think about it as using it for like decorations only, right?
Yeah.
But
so when you do like a sashimi platter, I always try to encourage people to, hey, eat a piece of this with some of your fish. It shows you a different flavor, brings out a different flavor of the fish, enhances it.
Has a nice little fresh minty flavor, a little bit like a perilla.
Yeah.
Koreans use it a lot for like samgyeopsal. So
very nice.
Underused product, definitely, for sure.
100%.
Delicious, man.
But it's great that people don't really use it much, because then it keeps the price down. Because I love using it.
You got some chef tips going on right here as well, man. Yeah. So another question I wanted to ask you, as an AAPI owned business here in South Florida, any obstacle or challenges that you may have had? How do you feel about being a part of the community?
I love the community here. I love Fort Lauderdale. I want to venture out. People are asking me to open another Miso in Miami or Del Rey. I'm like, no, Fort Lauderdale is my home, and I feel like working with the chefs in Fort Lauderdale, all like the mom and papa, Diego himself and his business partner, brings the community together, and that's what it is about, bringing awareness and a community to Fort Lauderdale. Our culinary is starting to step up a little bit. As you can see, people from Miami are trying to come down to Fort Lauderdale because we're bringing in a different animal, different aspect. I don't think Miami's really doing it, but we're like trying to work with other chefs, other restaurants here, and kind of like style, kind of come up, hey, let's do an event together. For example, a good friend of ours is Reno from Heritage. We did a big event with them, a charity event, and we sold out within 12 minutes, tickets. It was unbelievable. And looking forward to maybe in the future we're doing one with you.
Yeah, man, let's do it together, bro. Let's do one together. And yeah, man, we're looking forward to that.
And with us being the Asian community here, I think Fort Lauderdale is kind of slacking on Asian food right now. And with our background, if we can do better, bring more Asian community stuff into this area, which I think right now, like the Vietnamese, the pho, all the stuff, people are starting to understand more of the Asian culture, what we do, how we eat and everything, and bring authentic stuff to them. It's like, hey, let us educate you how we originally eat it. And then if you want to modify it later down the road, then that's up to you as an individual.
Right. Omakase style. Let the chef do all the,
Yes, exactly.
do the talking.
Let us do the work. You just sit there and eat
and enjoy it. How about for Wok N Roll, man? What are you looking forward to next year during the Wok N Roll event?
To that Wok N Roll, the first event was really nice. Even it kind of rained on us, but it was a great turnout. I love to do it. Brought a lot of people that didn't know about us into the restaurant. So people like, yeah, I saw you at Wok N Roll, tried some of your food. It was great. Most of all, I had a great time doing it. It was fun. And like I said, bringing that community together and trying it out, it's great. And I'm looking forward to doing it this year. I won't tell you what I'm doing, it'll be a surprise.
Woo, I was gonna ask, but okay, that's very cool, man. We're looking forward to seeing you over there as well, man. And I really appreciate you being a part of our community and bringing all this delicious food to Fort Lauderdale.
Glad to be
brother, man. Like, love you for everything that you do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And glad to be part of it. And thanks for including us.
Thank you so much. Check this one out. One of the most amazing dish ever. The uni pasta, nice curry and truffles. Chef knows what I like, man. Cheers, guys. Enjoy. Woo-hoo. I'm gonna take a big bite.